press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Welcome back, dear students. Okay, so we had started with a new chapter, right? That is related to your lifelines of national economy. So yes, we were discussing about trade, right? So you got to know like the difficulties that is faced during these things, that is like the pandemic, lockdown, etc. Like how people came across the problem regarding transportation. Though they had produced certain things, but making it reach to the market was very difficult for them. And you know very well, right? Because of the pandemic, even purchasing of goods were difficult for people. They were not ready to purchase the goods, right? Example like the sea, even the vegetables. I have seen people, no doubt even I am one among those, whenever we used to purchase or till day we do the same thing. Whenever we purchase vegetables or even if we get anything from outside, what do? We keep it outside itself, right? We keep it outside, we wash it thoroughly, right? Few people use all these leaves, okay, like what I can say is neem leaves, or say few people do use salt, they do wash it and then they use it. For see, being a responsible citizen, these things are very common. Let me tell you one thing, most of the people they used to come and sell near our house, if they were not wearing mask, I never have bought things from them. Because of the pandemic, because of the fear, right? So now imagine, though you need certain things, okay, so the basic needs are the food, right? All those things are basic needs, milk, food, right? Nothing but it's a part of food itself, right? Food, shelter, all those things are basic need. So when it comes to food, groceries, the basic materials in groceries, that is milk, vegetables, okay, and then the remaining groceries, right? Your rice, millets, all those things. Those things were not readily available, okay, not readily available. There were shops who had actually closed because they had nothing to sell, because there was no transportation at all. So don't you think transportation is important? Definitely it is, right? It is very important. So now, while we were discussing about the trade, we came across a word, that is international trade. So in this unit, you will be learning about international trade. Actually, I was supposed to take it at the end, but as in the last class, okay, or say the previous class, we had taken about international trade, or say the importance. While I was talking about the importance, we came across the word international trade. So I thought like, let me define what exactly is international trade. So when it comes to international trade, it is nothing but exchange of goods and services across the borders. So within the nation that is happening, okay, within the nation that is happening, that is again like that is fine, like that is not international trade, that is also a trade, okay, usually we call it as business itself, okay. Yes. So when it comes to this, when it comes to your international trade, it happens across the borders, okay. So when it comes to across the border, it is nothing but totally like near the borders, or say like with different countries, with outside the nation, outside Indian territory. So you have a certain border for your country, right? You have, when we ask like draw a map, you do draw the map, right? So that is within the territory. Something that happens within the border, then that is within the territory. You have again territorial waters, that is different. But again, when it comes to trade, so something that happens within the nation, okay, so that is like within the, it is like, it is not across the borders, it is within the nation. So intra-trade we can consider. So international trade is one wherein it happens with the, like the exchange of goods and services takes place across the borders. See, most of the time I have discussed, okay, regarding how the trade usually takes place. export and import, what we call. So that business, okay, export, something that is produced in your nation, okay, produced in, like when it comes to one particular nation, it wants to sell something that is in lump sum, okay, like something huge, and somebody else needs it. So if at all those demands can be fulfilled by sending this particular thing, then that is possible through international trade. We will be dealing with international trade in detail in like further classes. Now let me tell you, okay, let me ask you one particular thing. So you might have seen hawkers, right? They do come near your house selling so many things. Do you purchase something without asking them? Or do you bargain there? You bargain, right? So who are they? What are they called as? See, imagine I have come across few people who sell this bedspread. See, earlier how the selling used to happen, they would have a particular market, they would sit there, and every once in a week they would have the market, right? Like Sante, what we call. So people used to gather there, they would get all the produce from like they are either from far or from different whatever, like including the pot, okay, the mud pot what they prepare. So including even that, they used to take, people used to gather at one particular place and they used to sell. Now what they are doing, they are coming, like after that, after few days, okay, like maybe a few years back, they used to sell it. How they used to sell? Like they used to carry it on their head, and they used to shout, and people whosoever wanted it, they would take it, they would purchase it. So this was another stage. Now what exactly the stage? People do come in their vehicle, right? Have you seen the people coming from Omni van and all, with all those masala packets, or say the pickles and all, and they do have a voice recorded, right? So how do they tell it? How do they attract it? How do they attract the people there? Now this is one thing, right? So for that you need something, right? You need a certain, say imagine now we are in Karnataka, right? So we speak Kannada. So people do understand, if like I speak Kannada here, you do understand. Imagine like I have come here to sell something, okay, I am telling it in Kannada and you will understand. How about the other states people? Will they understand? Will they be able to understand if at all that person is also Kannadika, or maybe like he knows the language? Definitely he may, else it goes difficult, right? Yes. So for that, what is necessary? You have to answer me, or probably I myself will answer it later. Yes. So these are the few things that has changed. Earlier it was like gathering at one particular place, people used to sit there and people used to they would sell the goods and service. Then they would carry, like the second stage, they started carrying on their head and they started selling. Now they are coming with the vehicle, either the cart wheel, push wheel, like they have got that cart wheels and all, or say they are having the own vehicle, they come by their own vehicle and they do sell it, right? So these are changes that is happening. So now this is one way. The other way, there are few things that actually comes wherein people get attracted. What is that? Advertising. Have you heard about advertisement? Again, see, when it comes to the product, if at all it has to reach a market, or it has to meet a, like how do you understand, how do you get to know that so and so product has come into existence? It is through the advertisement itself you understand it, right? Now imagine you see your mother, or say like your family, if you people are going to more, or say any big bazaar or any other places, malls, or say like any shopping place, what do? You purchase everything that is something that is necessary, something that is not necessary, right? So somewhere you were supposed to spend only 200, you spend 800 or 1000 and you come back, right? These are the usual thing that happens there, right? It is because the attraction, the communication, okay, so communication also matters a lot. So how the thing has reached? Now imagine when I said people started getting coming using the record, And when I said like if I speak in Kannada, will the other person understand? Definitely not. Then how we have to communicate? Now they like if at all a vehicle is coming, getting all those masalas and all, will that be only from Karnataka? No, even from Andhra, like Andhra pickles and all, they say that from other like different states the person gets it. So how has he got it? How was it possible? How was that possible for that particular person to get all those things and sell it here? It is through transportation and communication. So always remember, when it comes to, we have already studied this, let me tell you again, there are requisites. Okay, let me tell you about this. Okay, requisite, then I will be coming to movement of goods and services. Okay, so requisite of development. What happens? Who does it? So when it comes to, see, when it comes to the development of a nation, we need certain things. There are certain requisite. In that, one particular prerequisite is your transportation and communication. So that is the main prerequisite. So when it comes to your development, there are certain factors. Okay, there are certain factors in economic development. Very first is economic factor. Okay, so in that you have this main economic determinants, so that is natural resources, capital, labor, power, transport and communication, and even human capital. So these are the few things that are necessary for the development of the nation. So that is how it is like considered as a lifeline of national economy. So this is how it is related. So transport is very much important. What happens as the demand increases? Okay, as the people like human wants are unlimited. So as the need, as they feel that yes, I need this, I want this, I want so and so product to satisfy my need. Okay, if at all there is a demand for all those things, definitely that has to be supplied. So who has to supply it? Who will be doing the movement of goods and services? I told you while I was discussing about transportation, right, we came across the definition like this: the movement of goods and services, right, movement of goods and services from the place of supply to the place of demand. So whosoever is demanding, so the demand has to be met with the supply, right? So who will be supplying it? It has to be done by some person, right? So who is that person? The person is called a trader there. The person, whosoever is, see, movement of goods and services will be done by one particular person. No doubt we have transport, modes of transport is different. Okay, like you may say, ma'am, it is the bus, or say like the carriage, the goods, like a goods carrier, or say the railway, or say whatever it is. Like you have so many options. You might say that is the person who will be doing it. Why we need a trader? No doubt, no doubt, no doubt it will be carried from all these things. That is your like a lorry, or say goods carrier, or whatever it is. But who will be doing it? Who has to send the goods? See, the manufacturer through a middleman will be doing it. So now who is a trader? Traders are the people who make the products come to the consumer by transportation. So traders are the people, okay, they are also the people who help the consumers to get their goods. So now whatever demand, whatever they are demanding, so you might have seen, right, there are so many large carriers carrying, or even the car production. Once the car is getting manufactured, so that has to be sent from one place to another, right? That has to be transported from one place to another. So even that will be done. Most of the time you might have seen on the highway, right? Now see, I am coming with some other words here. Highway. So you might have gone to the highway. Whenever you have gone there, you might have seen there are large goods carrier. There are many tanks wherein the water tanks are like kind of a water tanks wherein even they write milk, right? Milk carriage. You have some other chemicals that will be carried. So what are these things? Who does it? Who helps the movement of goods and services? So the person who helps for the movement of goods and service is called as a trader here. So who is a trader? Trader is a person. Okay, he is a person, or he like who makes the people meet their demand by supplying those things on time. So he is the person, he is the middleman. Okay, we can consider that particular person as a middleman here, who will be making the people like satisfy their demand by supplying the goods and services whatever they need. So now when I said requisite, let me tell you, transport and communication. Okay, transport and communication is very important, and transport and communication is one such determinant which is helping for the development of the nation. So the means of transport, the good, see what happens whenever there is a good means of transport or say mode of transport, what happens, people start purchasing the things. And once they purchase, they have to pay for it, right? Whatever demand is like, see, whatever demand, whatever desire you have to like see, to satisfy those desire, to meet those demands, you have to purchase, you have to pay for it. So when you are paying for it, it is like adding to the economy, you are adding something to the economy. So either it may be direct or maybe indirect. So requisite, so when it comes to this particular thing, what they are telling, the means of transport and development becomes very much important here, because if a country is well connected with road or say railways or say seaports, okay, or say if at all that is having a very developed means of communication including the information technology, then it helps improving the productivity capacity or productive capacity of the various sectors of the economy. So as I have come across, or say as I have told you, see, whenever there is a supply, like see, the movement of goods has to come from the supply place to the demand place, right? It has like the transportation. Now imagine if there is no transportation at all, if they do not have any modes of transportation, will that be possible? Definitely not. So now let us know about certain modes here. Before to that, let me tell you certain things. So the pace of development of a country, okay, nothing but how a country develops, it is depending upon the production of goods and services as well as their movement from one place to another, and efficient means of transport are prerequisites. So it is not only the production of goods, okay, it is not only the production of goods, but again it has to be distributed. Okay, so distribution is done through what? It is done through transportation. So how it is done? There is a mode of transport. So let me tell you about mode of transport. You have three modes. One is the land, one is water, one is air. Okay, through land you can transport, okay, through air you can transport, through waterways. Now when it comes to land, you have again distribution, that is roadways, railways and pipelines. All these things will be discussed further, don't worry about that. Water, inland service, overseas. Then airways, domestic airways, international airways. Under domestic airways you have public undertaking and private airlines. See how the distribution is done now. Modes of transport. We came across what is trade. Okay, nothing but buying and selling of goods and service. So we came across transportation, nothing but movement of goods and services from the place of supply to the place of demand. To meet the demand, we have to get certain products. So whatever products are demanded, we have to meet those demand. We have to fulfill those demands through the supply. So this is what we came across, right? So when we said this, we came across so many things. That is, who will be doing this movement? Definitely it is a trader. Then what is trading? Trading is nothing like, who is a trader? Trader is a person who will be meeting, or say who will be helping in movement of goods and services from the place of production to the place of demand, or say to the consumers. He will be reaching the consumers. He will help how to reach to the consumers. So how he'll be doing it? Through the mode of transport. So what are the modes of transport? It is road, roadways, when it comes to land, you have roadways, railways and even pipelines. You have waterways wherein inland and overseas you have, airways wherein you have domestic airways and again international airways. Again domestic airways you have again different parts are there, nothing but public undertaking and private undertaking. So this will be we'll be discussing about those things, don't worry about that. So again, for a long time, as you all know, trade and transport were restricted in India. So this we have studied in economics, I suppose. So as you all know, there were no doubt now it is corona, that is different. But earlier days, because the domestic industries were facing much more problems, or say the cottage industries, the small scale industries, these industries started declining. Okay, their demand started declining. People, as they could not compete with the large industries, as they could not compete with, or they could not meet the international standard, they could not withstand the international trade, they could not compete good, they could not meet the international demand or say international standard, because of which it started losing its importance. And as it was losing its importance, what Indian government decided? It decided not to start with any of the industries, or say let us not start the trade. Now let us restrict the trade. Okay, only few things were allowed to be imported, only few things were allowed to be exported. So there was a restriction on trade and say transport. So this was in the earlier days this had happened, but with the time, as there was a huge demand, say spices, as I told you, spices had a great demand. Indian spices especially had a great demand in foreign nation. So they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop the trade there. So they had to start somewhere again. So what happened with the development? As there was a development in science or say technology, Indian government started feeling that yes, we have to again come up with international trade. We have to make even the small scale industries to give a heavy competition, or say they have to be competent. They have to meet the international trade. So, international standard. So, let us concentrate upon improving these things. So, keeping those things in mind, and as the science and technology was improving, these science and technology, see now when I said you the stages here, early stage people is to come near the market, right? One day they would fix, they would bring all the produced goods or whatever they wanted, they would sell at one particular place, they would earn something and they would go back. This was like during your ancestral time, okay, or say maybe your grandfather and all, they have come across. Later on, after few years, now even market, you can see the market wherein people do sit at one particular place and sell. Now, okay, maybe past few years, few people they would carry goods on their head and they would sell it. Now very easy, right? With the usage of technology, right, it has become very easy. Even now you see, we sit at our home and we do the trading. We purchase goods and services, we have online trading system, all this Flipkart, Snapdeal, your Amazon, wherein you book certain things and it is very easy, right? You can book the things, product, okay, it comes to your home. If you are if you are satisfied with the goods, then definitely you give a like or whatever review you give, right, done. You have already made the payment, either you can do it through cash or or say even internet banking is available. So science and technology, right? So science and technology, as there is improvement in the science and technology, even traders are feeling it very easy, right? In the previous class I told you, I had been to a shopkeeper wherein he said that, ma'am, I used to understand the fabric and then I used to purchase. Now the trade has become, I have started purchasing it online. So the color differs. So that is his problem, that is different. But again, Now see, the trading has not stopped. That is the improvement, science and technology. So science and technology, as it started improvising, science and technology as it started spreading its root. So what people started doing? They started concentrating more upon trade. Right? Even today there are many small scale industries, okay, even the small industries, or say very very small, like cottage industries you can consider, even those are using the science and technology. They are reaching house, they are like they are ready to communicate through internet and all, and they are ready to sell the goods. So this is the improvement, this is the changes, this is the thing that is helping in the development of our nation. It is helping in economic development. So that's the reason we did not stop, or say though there were restriction, and as this WTO came into existence, main thing was WTO, right? So what did WTO help us with? It helped saying that there should be free and fair trade. As WTO came into existence, and science and technology, as there was improvement in the science and technology, Indian government, it started like expanding its this mode of transport, or say the communication. So now as this, okay, like with the development in science and technology, so the area of influence of trade and transport expanded. So because of the communication and all, even the trade and transport started like expanding. So the world has been converted into a large village with the help of efficient and fast moving transport. So with this, now like what they are calling, the world has been converted into a large village, nothing but large village itself, wherein people are coming together to purchase and sell the goods. So imagine, was it like earlier days we did not have all these things, right? We had, no doubt, people used to come and meet at one particular place and they used to sell the goods and services. That's the reason now they are telling, now the whole world has become a small village for us. As the transportation, as because of the improvement in the science and technology, the improvement has, like we can see the improvement in the transportation system. Mode of transport has also improved, and even it is helping with the communication. See, communication is very much important, right? When it comes to the transportation, communication becomes very much important. So how it is important, that we will be discussing. So therefore, transport, communication and trade are complementary to each other. So it is like in India, it is well linked with the rest of the world. Despite its vast size, diversity and linguistic and socio-cultural plurality, we are having a connectivity. No doubt, India has always having the mantra, right, unity in diversity. So though it is diverse, like having the diversity with the culture, with the like language, or say size or whatever it is, but even then when it comes to the trade, or say when it comes to the development, which includes the transportation and communication, India is truly, it is working towards the trading system, improvisation in the trading system. Either it might be through roadways, either it might be through railways or waterways, whatever it is. But India is trying its best, okay, it is trying its best to meet the international standard and give tough competition at the global level. So the trades from local to international levels have added to the vitality of its economy, and it has enriched our life and added substantially to growing amenities and facilities for the comforts of life. So as this like the trade, as there is a improvement in the transportation, modes of transportation, or say usage of technology, science, etc., what has happened, we are able to reach all the comforts that we need, right? We are able to get all the things that is necessary, and few things, see, when it comes to comforts and all, we see it in different nation. But now because of the trade itself, those things are also available for us very easily. So now when they consider world as a small village, imagine how good the transportation has become, or say how like improvised a transportation system we have got. It's not only about our country, most of the countries are planning for that itself. Every person wants this transportation to be in a right manner. So in this chapter, like you will be seeing how modern means of transport and communication serves as a lifeline for national economy and its modern economy. So it is thus evident that a dense and efficient network of transport and communication is a prerequisite for local, national and global trade for today. So when it comes to improvement, okay, see in this chapter you will be learning all these things. You have already learned few of the things, but yes, when it comes to modes of transport, I have just mentioned what is like landway, waterway and airway. Again you will be learning about the roads, who will be helping. So before I come to that, let me tell you let me conclude this and then I will be telling what exactly you will be learning. See, what they want to say is here, with the improvement of science and technology, we have come across easy transportation. It has become very easy. Okay, like in this chapter we will be learning how the transportation has become easy, how we have adopted, okay, all the new technologies and how we are improvising the transportation system, how easily like goods and services are made available to the consumers here, how well the needs of the or say demand of the people are met. Okay, so those things we'll be learning in this particular chapter, including the improvement in the communication, okay, transport and communication, how it is improvised, how the modern techniques are being used. So in the next class we'll be learning about the modes of transport in a right manner, like nothing but in a brief or say detailed manner, both, okay, we'll be learning. So who helps to construct the roads, whether the construction again needs any sanction, who will be sanctioning, from where do the money comes from, okay, for the construction of the roads, how many kinds of roads are there, okay, and what is the importance of each and every road, and how, like what is the importance of waterways, okay, like how like what are the kinds of waterways, airways and its kinds, and what stands better, whether it is roadways or your landway, like nothing but landways, or whether it is waterways or whether it is airways. So what happens, most of the time we have come across roadways are very good, okay, like we have heard it. The reason is especially roadways on land, it is very easy. Few people do tell that no, waterway it is easy, and airway no, like we don't consider it much. The reason is when it comes to airways you have certain limitations there, okay, like particular kgs, like particular amount of goods, only that amount of goods can be put in airways. But when it comes to land, okay, land you have roadways, right? So construction of road is very easy, including the villages and all, it is very easy. So we can connect the places very easily. But when it comes to waterways, it is much more easier. The reason is we can purchase in bulk or we can export in bulk at a less transportation cost. Again, with these things, no doubt this is like tertiary, right? Tertiary sector, transportation, because it is a service sector. With this, again, there is something called as insurance. Okay, so how this things, okay, like how the tertiary sector, okay, tertiary sector, one particular service in a tertiary sector helps the other service tertiary sector. In the tertiary sector, we will be discussing about this. Transportation, communication, insurance, all those things, okay, like how it is related. So these things will be discussed in the next class. So today we have discussed about what is international trade and movement of goods and services, like who will be doing that and what is that person called as, and what is the requisite of development, nothing but prerequisite we call it as, and there are many other like determinants in that transportation and communication is the main prerequisite when it comes to the development of the nation, or say economic development. Okay, so with this I have concluded today's class. We'll be meeting tomorrow. Thank you so much, dear students. Thank you for your patience. Have a great day. Thank you.